Yeah, so Brandao, obviously you went to Billericay, and then tell us about that. Like, how was your journey? Because you've played for a few clubs in the Ryman, do you know what I mean, between step 7 and step 8. So tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly. So after Billericay, that's when, like, obviously my first club here in England, and people have to know, or people know already, that with my height, normally you play as a centre back, and that's where I played all my life. But then when I came to England, that's when the first time the position centre forward got into my mind, because at Billericay, the manager there, after 2 training sessions, asked me if I can play as a centre forward. And I was thinking, I've never played that before, but if you want me to play centre forward, why not? So I remember so good, the first game he wanted me to play was in the under-23s match, and I scored in my first match, like, as a centre forward, 2 goals, and that's where all this journey as well, from being a centre back to a centre forward, started. And yeah, but after that I played, I think, 10 matches with Billericay, and then I moved to different clubs. Like you said, I played for a couple of clubs like Cheshunt, Burgess Hill Town.
Hey,
And
hat-trick, man,
like Burgess Hill Town. Yeah, I scored a hat trick as well. So it's been just an exciting time with loads of good moments, but also bad moments, because there were several times I haven't been in the squad, and no, that's several times. I don't know, just one time. So there were good times, but also bad times. Like, for example, sitting on the bench, and yeah, but that's football.
Yeah, so obviously, yeah, no, for real. So obviously, you go to Cheshunt, and then from there, this is where Brandao was born.
Yes, exactly. That's where my whole YouTube channel started, because watching Train Effective, Nick Humphreys.
Yeah, big up Train Effective and Nick Humphreys, man. You know,
yes, Train Effective, Nick Humphreys, because he started the 100-day challenge to a pro contract, and I was literally every single day watching it on my phone back in Germany. And something just told me, Brendan, do you want to be a pro, or do you want to continue playing for step 8, step 7 clubs? So one day I was sitting there and I was making a decision. You know what? I want to try it, to just try to make it again and try to do everything possible to become a professional football player. And why on YouTube? It's because I was thinking, first of all, if I do it public, if I do it in public, first of all, I'm gonna have a reason to train, because then, like, I have to do it because I'm doing it on public. Otherwise, people are gonna say, why are you not training? So it's gonna be a pressure situation. And also, I wanted to motivate other people, because first of all, I'm not the youngest anymore, and I was thinking, you know what? If I can make it, everyone can. So that's when Brandao started, and I remember so good. I was asking Mathias, like, I want to document my journey on YouTube, and what do you think? And then obviously, what did you think when you heard that?
I said, that was crazy. Even me, at the first time, I felt, but do you want to play football, or are you doing for to be a YouTuber, or do you want to play football? Then when I realized that it was serious, when he started training with me. I said, when I saw him train by himself, and I said, listen, you can't train by yourself and make it football. Because I've got experience. Be honest with you, I play football, I play.
Yeah, so where Mathias, like, obviously, like, you know, we've been focusing a lot on Brandao.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself, you know what I mean? Because obviously I don't know how and where you lot met.
Craziest story how I met Mathias is, I used to love watching guys on YouTube, Snapchat, those Instagram stories, and at this time, Emmanuel Adebayor, I think big footballer, everyone knows him. He didn't, like, he used to be clubless, like he didn't have a club. And I used to love to watch his stories on Snapchat. So every single evening, every single night, I watch his videos on Snapchat, how he trains, so to train like him. And there was one guy always training with him, with Emmanuel Adebayor. And he was short guy, always training with him. I was always thinking, who's that guy? Like, he must have a good life, like to be with Emmanuel Adebayor. Seriously. And I was always thinking, who's that guy? And then 2 years later, obviously in Burgess Hill playing there, and he's there, and training. And then one day, because at this time, I was living in a house, in an apartment, and I shared a room with 6 people. Yeah, so it was really tough. And then one day the police found out that in this house are so many people, it was illegal, like the landlord did some crazy things. So obviously we had to move out. And then one time when we got back home from training, we were sitting in the train from training, and then someone just asked me, where do you live, Brendan? I said, I live there and there with 6 people. And then someone knew Mathias, and he said, but Mathias, you have an apartment. Can't he live with you? And at this time, I didn't know him. But Mathias, because he's generous and tried to help other people, he said, yeah, why not? Like, and then he gave me his number. But 2 months, I didn't contact him because I didn't know him. You see, like, I don't want to, can I live with you? Like, I don't know you, like, you see. But then 2 months later, I had to move out. So I had to have a place to sleep. So I said, there was this guy in Burgess Hill, like, he said he has an apartment. So I wrote him a message, and he said, you know what, you're lucky because the person I live with just moved out. So yeah, that's when I started to, and then when we met, and then 1 week after, I'm living with him, but realizing, why does this guy have so many Adebayor like shirts? And I was thinking, bruv, like, is it your favorite player, Adebayor? And then he said, no, it's actually my friend. I said, what? Is your friend? And then you see, and then I started to realize, wait, 2 years ago, I was watching Adebayor and there was a short guy, like, wait, he looks like him. And then he said, yeah, that's me. Like, you understand, like, everything happens for a reason. Like, this is crazy.
It's God, man.
This is crazy.
It's good, bro. Yeah, so, no, definitely. So, Mathias, like, obviously you have a career of your own. Anybody that hasn't already seen you, I'm sure they have anyway, do you know what I mean? But, you know, you coach players as well, isn't it?
He's a scout.
He's a scout. Yeah, scout for Palace. You know, you do a lot, man, you know what I mean? So, tell us, like, how did you come to England? Like, what brought you here? And
you know, it's because football. If you know how football, I'm not gonna be here to be honest with you. It's because football. I actually been like I was born in Ivory Coast from Togo parent. Then my mom and my parent, like, there was a war in Ivory Coast, so they had to send me and my brother back to Togo, and then we went back. We were living with our grandma and stuff like that. But I think I wasn't going like good, so they had to send us back to our uncle in the town. So from there, listen, my uncle was looking after us, but after that he lost his job. So listen, things was getting hard. But me, all the time at school in my area, #1 in football. I got something, I love football. So my brother, he's school then. One day we was playing somewhere, and then someone came to me and said to me, like, listen, you are actually good. Said, like, listen, if I take you to Ghana, you can make it as a player. I was young. I didn't even listen to him that much. He came back again, and then he said, like, you want to speak to my parent? I said, I ain't got no mom. It's my uncle. But listen, if you come to my uncle, that guy will take a thing. he will take. If he got gun, he will shoot you. Trust me. Yeah, trust me. And then the guy take a risk. He said, listen, I'm coming.